this might seem ridiculous, but see this little fella here? Look, I hope you can see that all right. Little Thomas the Tank, look. That little fella there. Hello everyone, we hope you're well. Now, I thought I'd video this today because all we're doing, we're just sous viding a piece of lamb. Now this is a piece of lamb that we got from the market. We knew we'd be using it soon, so we just tied a knot in the bag. Because when we saw we'd got lamb in that mixed bundle, we thought, oh, we're going to have that, because we've not had lamb for quite a while. Now there's different ways of cooking it, obviously, but I've been that impressed with how we've cooked meat sous vide. It's been perfect every time, so tender and cooks all the way through. Let me show you what this is actually like. Get rid of this bag. That's the bit we're dealing with, look. Now, just get rid of that for a second. Now, we think this is going to be a decent piece of meat. Look at that. It's got the bone in it, but that'll be fine. Right, so now you can see our laminator there. Now, you can actually just push the air out of a bag and seal it. You don't actually need the laminator, but we've got it. We were given that as a present and it's been fantastic, so I'm going to use that. So the next step, look, clean these hands and I'll get back to you. Stop recording. I'm going to put a little bit of rosemary. I have to wipe these bottles down. There's not much time in there, look. It's about had it, that has. I only want a little bit. I'm going to take the lid off, we'll be here all day. Right, and put a little bit of oil on there. Just a little bit. Oh, this is messing about, look. Let's just get a little tiny bit of oil on there, just to make it stick a little. Right. Right. This is just so this is in the bag. Let's turn that over. Do this side a little. Try to be careful here. Oh, that came out a bit quicker, Graham. Get some rosemary on it. Now, we've got a little bit of a taste for rosemary since we did those pasties, those lamb pasties. Now you could taste the rosemary in them and it was really nice. So all we're doing with that, look, is that's just to get it in the bag with it. So all we do then, and as you can see, look, I've used this bag before. I cut a nice big bag and then you can reuse it. If you, well, obviously wash it out. Now I shall get that in there. Right, get my hands washed so it's nice and clean and we'll seal it. Right, let's get cleaned up. Let's get this bag sealed. Now it's always a good idea to just rub along the edge to make sure it's dry. It is, but I'll do it anyway because this is fine, but sometimes you can fold the bag over when you put it in, which is a good idea, but sometimes you just get moisture on there, but it seals better if it's nice and dry like that. So let's open this. Now the idea of this is to just suck the air out. Is that the best way to do it there? Now just make sure that's in the sealing area. Actually, let's turn that over. It sits better that way. Now you just want that in the sealing area, the vacuum area, so it just sucks the air out. So we press that down. Right, then all we want is vacuum and seal. We want there to be sucked out. Quite a bit of air in this. Here we go, look. You see that? There we go. Perfect. Look at that. Look at that now. It makes a good job, you see, doesn't it? Look at that. That will cook lovely like that, and as you can see, we've got that rosemary and thyme in there. That'll be plenty of seasoning for me and Wendy. We'll be happy with that. I want to taste the meat. Then Graham puts another seal on. Now you don't need to, but why not? That's what I think. That takes seconds, look. There we go. That's done. Look at that. Perfect. I mean, with this machine, you do actually lift this and pull it out, and there's a cutter here to cut your bag. You pull that down and that just cuts the bag to the length you want. It's so easy to use, but yeah, I should have shown you that really, but I've already got the bag which I've used previously. Look at that. Now that will keep in the freezer like that for a long time. I think this is why the supermarkets do it, isn't it? But we're now going to sous vide this. It's going to be dead easy, isn't it? Right, let me bring you back. Right, now there's the pressure cooker. Let's take the lid off. Now, we won't be using these. Well, not at this point in time. So we'll remove all the bits from inside. Now what we do, we put water in here, just enough to cover the meat. There's the meat. Now to cover this meat, we're going to need, well, at least half water, but probably 2/3. Right, and what we will do, I shall put a ring in here now, any ring you like. None of them smell, they've been out in the air. So we'll just fit the ring, and it's not actually got to seal, so we'll have vent open. It doesn't need to seal for this, it's only low temperature. So what I shall do now, I'll get some water in there, and what I tend to do is mix cold water and hot water to get the right temperature. It just speeds it up a little. So if I lift that out, there we go, plenty of water in there. But what I shall do now, put the kettle on and top it up so that we've got enough water to cover that. It's got to be well covered. We may have to go 2/3, but let me get that sorted out, because I need to boil some water, well, warm some water, and then I'll get back to you. Right, now as you can see, I put some, not boiling water, you can see a little bit of steam there, but we're reading 43. Now I shall cook that, I'm going to go for 64. So it's just a case, we don't need that in now. Let's seal that down. Let's get the lid on, open the vent. Now, not sure whether you can see in the background, but I've put the meter on this, so we will count the cost. I think we might as well, just to see, because sous vide is so cheap. Because most of the time the machine is well insulated, and when it reaches temperature, it just keeps it at that temperature. So the nearer I get to 64 degrees, the cheaper it will be. Now I know we're a lot lower than that, we're only in the 40s, so, but the more accurate they are, the cheaper it is. Anyway, let's move you so you can see the control. There we go, look, you can see the meter in the background now. So what I'm going to do, we're going to sous vide, which is right at the end. Now 63, and I said let's cook it at 64. That'll be fine. Now if you press sous vide again, it gives you the time, 4 hours. 4 hours is plenty for us. plenty. We won't need that long, but any time after 2 hours that should be about cooked. So it's just a case of pressing start, and really that's all there is to it. So now, I mean, this is a Sunday joint, so we've actually got now as long as we like to do as we like. We've only got to get the dinner ready. Now when this is sous vide, what I shall do, I shall just like grill it in the one of the air fryers just for a few minutes, probably about 10 minutes, turning it over just to give it that bit of colour. It's not actually necessary, but I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. Now we can see we've been on 28 seconds. There, we're using the maximum wattage at the moment. Look, it's on 1194, 93 now, because it's trying to reach the temperature. Now you can see it's here. When it reaches, those two are full, it'll reach temperature, it'll get to there and it will start cooking. Let's just have a look what it's saying at the moment. Well, obviously it's not counting because it's not reached temperature, but it won't take many minutes. Well, that's my job done now. Look, how easy was that? Very easy. Right, now I've brought you back simply because that's only been a few minutes. I bet it's not 5 minutes and it's reached temperature. As you can see, look, it's gone from there to there and now it's just gone on to cooking. So now we've reached the temperature it wants and it will now cook for 4 hours. But as I said, it'll be ready in 2 hours. But I mean, if you left it 6 hours, it'll still be cooked perfectly, just the same. Yeah, I'm impressed with this cooking, you can tell. Right, now I can get my breakfast now because I'm late getting up. Well, it's Sunday, isn't it? There's no rush. Right, I'll bring you back. Now this little bit now, we're just out for a little ride, and I've took this video. I don't know whether you can see how steep this hill is. It's steep, it really is. Now, I may sound a little muffled. There's a good reason for that. I'll show you in a bit. But this is a good hill, this, and we know this bike gets up here so easy. Now, we're getting on a bit now. Look, I'd be blowing like crazy here and struggling, and I'm not. Look, just keep the pedals turning and the bike will keep going. Now, this is a completely legal, UK legal road bike, this is. It's that little Hitway BK2. I could tell you more about it, but we've done a video already. I've used it a bit, not as much as I intend to, but I thought, let's just have a ride out this morning. And what we'll do for a start, I'll show you where we are and what that hill is like. Let's just turn around, look. Now I don't know whether the camera's really going to show you how steep this hill is. Look at that. Now, that bench you see there, I've spent some lovely times chatting to Wendy on there. Lovely spot. Right, so let's just carry on and see where we get to. I'm not planning to go too far. We've got a trip to the shop as well. There's the goals. Right, now I'm actually riding along on level 3, but I'm going to slow that down. We only want to go steady. We're out for the fun of it. We've got 5 levels there, let's go down to 2. I'm pedalling, but no effort. The bike's still pushing me along. 9 mile an hour. Now we've come to the hill, we've dropped to 8 mile an hour. That's
You've probably all seen videos of us riding along here before and walking. I'm not sure, but it makes a change. It's a little bumpy along here. It's not bad. It's beautiful out here. As I say, if I'm a little bit muffled, I apologise. It will all become clear. It's a beautiful sunny morning, but not ever so warm. Oh dear, my camera's falling down. A bit naughty for that. I usually pedal along there, but I think we'll go along the top today because it's very sunny. Now, pedal along there a little bit. I'll tell you where we are. Beautiful and sunny today. We're looking a little bit into the sun, but I'll pedal a little further and bring you back, because otherwise you might get bored of this. I don't know. It's a lovely spot, this is. Well, let's pedal a little bit further. Now, I've put the camera on here because it's stupidly muddy along here, look. Whoa, and this is not an all-terrain bike. Looks, as you can see, I'm sliding all over the place here. Come on, Graham, get where it's a little bit drier. Let's go up there. Whoa, that's better. There you go. It's a little bit drier here, but I switched this on because it's not really built for that sort of terrain, but it's fine. Come on, that doesn't hurt. This bike is so useful. It folds, but even as it is at the minute, it goes in the back of the car. I'm not actually in the car today, it's just a little ride out, a little local ride. We're not going very far. Very muddy and wet here. But as we've shown the other day, when we went out and we had a pasty by the river really flooded. Well, it's still in the river, but very fast running. Maybe a little windy here, I don't know. There we go, look. This is the Kendo Nagasaki look. Can you remember Kendo Nagasaki? Oh mate, that was so put up, wasn't it? But good fun. I bet I look really stupid like this, look. I don't care, I'm out. Let's be a little bit careful, it's only about 3 degrees. And if you're not careful, you start getting neuralgia, don't you? I used to suffer with that on motorbikes, but you don't want to be looking at me, do you? Let's carry on a bit further. Right, now we'll take a little bit more film going along here. Actually, let's pull my mask down a minute because the wind's behind me and the sun. We'll just take a nice bit of video. We've got 3 cyclists coming along here. Oh no, there's 4. I never could count, mate. 4 cyclists on this track. Let's have a look what sort of bikes they've got. It's a bit sludgy along there. Mountain bikes, I think. No. Morning. Morning. Well, they're out for a bit of a fitness bike, I think. Ooh, steaming along, lovely. Very enjoyable. Right now, as we're filming this, I know I did a waffle and thank the subscribers. I don't know whether that's my leg squeaking or the bike, I'm not sure. If you can hear that. As I'm riding along, we're about 5 subscribers off the 4,000 now, so it's all going pretty good. Morning. And well, it's beautiful. Look now, can you see the chimneys there? British gypsum, only factory for miles. Even the power station's closed down now at Ratcliffe-on-Soar. They finally closed it, and I can't show you much this way, it's a little too sunny. Let me show you. There we go. I think you're a bit into the sun. We'll carry on. As I say, I'm not going too far because I've got a little bit of a trip to the shop. Wendy's making a cake, and I'm still squeaking. I think it's me, you know, not the bike. Wendy's going to make a cake, and you need condensed milk, and we felt sure we'd got some. It turns out they're all evaporated milk. I bet we bought the wrong one. It's so easy, isn't it? I mean, half the time Wendy's fantastic. She finds these recipes and she saves them, but when you're out shopping it's difficult to always remember, isn't it? Sometimes she sees them and don't do them for weeks or even longer. But well, I said to her, we'll go out on the bike for a bit. If I get near the shop, we'll get some condensed milk. I don't know what they'll think to me walking in my Wellingtons, but I thought I'd better wear them because it's been so wet everywhere, it's so sludgy. I was actually going to speak to you about something. Can we see down here? Not very much. I can't see over the valley. I wanted to show you because it's a nice bright day. The camera keeps falling down, look. Right, can you see behind me? Look, that's looking out over towards Nottingham, that is. You can probably see Nottingham, although it's probably too far away for this camera. I've got the sun in my face, so I can see very little. I would imagine I look a right fool. I've no doubt I have. I do. But what I'm just going to mention, this might seem ridiculous, but see this little fella here? Look. I hope you can see that all right. Little Thomas the Tank, look. That little fella there. Spencer come round last week with his mum and dad and they had the dinner. Actually, did I put the dinner? Oh no, I didn't take any video. I forgot, didn't I? The food was that nice, we forgot. I forgot to take any film. Useless YouTuber. But this little fella, he had all the trains out the track and, you know, he played for a bit. But what I wanted to tell you, I woke up this morning, it was about, I think it was about 5 o'clock, and I kept hearing this noise, and I thought, what's that noise? And I tried to go back to sleep, and it kept waking me up. What's this noise? So I'm deaf in one ear, so I can hear a noise and no idea where it's coming from. Now that is quite disabilitating, believe it or not, it is. Now I could hear this noise and I don't know what it is, and I thought, has next door left something switched on? Because he's working on the house and then he goes home. So I got up and I walked round and I put a light on, and I didn't want to wake Wendy really. I went in the back bedroom, couldn't find it, went in the other bedroom, it's not there. I thought, I don't know where it is. I went in the toilet. I thought something switched on. I'm listening at the wall to see if it's next door, and I thought it's fainter. It's got to be us. We've got something switched on. Anyway, I thought I'd give up now. I disturbed Wendy. I says to Wendy, "What's that racket? I keep hearing it. You'll have to get up because she says, "It's that Thomas the Tank Engine. This little fella." I says, "What do you mean?" Now this is downstairs in a cupboard, and she says, "Oh, it's been going off for ages. It drives you mad." I said, "Well, I didn't know what it was, and it's making a funny noise." I've took the batteries out, mate, so I can't show you. But it weren't making the toot toot, you know. I think you'd have guessed, but no, it weren't that noise. It was strange, like the engine's running, because it does that as well. And anyway, she says, "Oh, it's been going for ages." I said, "Well, and you knew it with Thomas?" She says, "Yeah, well, why didn't you get up and turn it off?" She says, "I don't like getting out of bed when it's dark." Come on. Might be a ghost. Come on, Wendy, it's our house. Oh dear, me duck. Anyway, so this little fella has had his batteries removed, and he's lucky he's not in the dustbin. Well, so we're keeping Wendy awake, but she didn't get up. But I got up because it was driving me mad. Anyway, we've had a bit of a sleep since then, so I think we laid in a little bit longer, but I eventually got out of bed. And this is when I made us a cup of tea. We had a cup of tea, then, you know, we sit around for a bit, and then I got up. I've put that sous vide on. I mean, I put the sous vide on. We're doing that lamb joint, and then I'm free, aren't I? You know, and Wendy is. We're not. I mean, Wendy could have come with me, but there's things to do at home. She was getting some washing, and I said to her, "I'll just take the bike out for a ride because we're not getting much opportunity." And this little fella drove us mad. Do you want one last look? I've got to keep this away from him, haven't I? Now, Kendo Nagasaki. What do you think? Now, I've had this mast for quite some time, and I'm well aware that you look a fool, but when it's this cold you get neuralgia. I mean, it's a lovely sunny day, it's beautiful, but it's cold. I think it might warm up later, but it's still fairly early. But anyway, I just thought I'd explain that. I've took a few clips of the bike. I'll show you a picture of the bike if you want. Right, there's the bike, look. I mean, really, it probably looks a little bit small because I'm standing up, but it's not tiny, but it is a small bike. But it's beautiful for going in the back of the car, to be honest. And it's easy to ride, easy to get on and off. You can see how muddy it is. You see how muddy it is? Mind you, I've got a slight confession. I fell off it. I'll probably pay for that later. It was really muddy. I've done a full review on this bike, but we've not bought it to do a review. Well, no, Hitway sent it me. You liar, Graham. Sorry, Hitway sent me this bike, but we didn't intend buying some kind of bike because we need two, obviously. We've got a little old one that's perfect for Wendy, but this one, oh, it's really good. It's just the size we want. But as I say, you can carry it in the car. It's easy to ride, easy to get on and off. You make a bit of a mucky mark there, look, when you fall off it, but there you go. And it's completely UK legal. 15, is it 15.5 mile an hour, I think it's regulated to. We've got 5 settings on there. Yeah, very impressed with this. Anyway, it's not really about the bike, this is just a ride out. Come on. Now, we've got to go and find a shop. Now this little clip of film, it might be rubbish, I don't know, but that's looking out towards Charnwood Hills. Lovely over there. We'll probably go there again soon. I've no doubt we will. Right, let's just go down here a little bit. grill now. And as I've already mentioned, it's quite deep. There's the old bike locked up. Right, let's get inside our local co-op and see if we can get what we want. Well, it was a successful mission. I had to get out. I was staring at it and still couldn't see it. I'm hopeless. I'm sure that's the right one. Fat-free condensed milk. Come on, Wendy, let's make a cake.
Right, now that's been on 3 hours. 3 hours. And Wendy said to me, "You forgot to film it." No, I've took it I've took it out. That's been in 3 hours. Now that will be cooked fantastic, we know that. Now Wendy's peeled the potatoes, look, because what we're going to do, I think she's done a lot again. I'm going to put them in now, and I'm going to just pressure cook them, probably just for 5 minutes, just so they're nice and warm, and then they can go inside the air fryer with the meat. Anyway, while we're doing it, look, can you see the cost there? Well, I'll tell you, that's cost 4p for 3 hours, and the machine's showing hardly any time at all because it just keeps hot. It uses very little power. Anyway, I'm going to leave that plugged in, I think, and let's put the potatoes in for 5 minutes. Right, to get this lid back on. Right, pressure. Now we want it on pressure cook. Oh, it's on 6 minutes. That'll do me. I don't want to keep warm. Start. This is just to like partly cook the potatoes because we shall do them as roast potatoes. Right, let's give that a bit of time and I'll bring you back again. Right, I've released the steam. Ooh, just a bit left in there, look. Let me just lift this out and show you. There we go, look. Whether you can actually see that. There you go. Ooh. Right, just put these potatoes onto the tray. Now leave the washer. It's alright, Wendy, leave it. Wendy, we're going to turn the washer off, but it's too late. Come on. Right, now just spray a bit of oil on them and we'll go them in the air fryer before the washing machine explodes. Right, now as you can see, there we go, look. Now that meat looks alright to me, but just to make it, give it a bit more colour, I'm just going to put that in there. I've set that to 200 just for a few minutes really, till, you know, probably 5 minutes. Turn the meat around another 5 minutes. Let's turn that on. I'll take that off the top. And then it's just a case, we're actually on 8p now we've used so far of electric. This is just on the pressure cooker. Right, there you go, look, white cabbage and carrots. Let's put them in there. I think actually I need to switch those on yet. Oh, it's just a tiny clip, look, just showing you the meat and the potatoes in there. Right, we'll let that carry on about 5 minutes, like I say, just to give it a bit of colour, and then I'll bring you back. Right, there's the meat, look, looks beautiful, doesn't it? Look at that. Oh, come on. Now, switch this on. Let's have a look. Slow cook, pressure cook. We want 10 minutes, I said. We don't want to keep warm. Off we go. Well, that's me finished again now. Let's have a look at the potatoes in the oven. Put you the light on. There you go, look, can you see them? I mean, they're starting to colour already. Oh, they're going to be nice. Right, as you can see, look, I'm just releasing the last bit of steam out of there. They'll be ready to go. There's your meat and the potatoes that I put in here. Let's just show you. Let's put you the light on. You're not letting you eat. Look at them. They look lovely, they do. You'd say they're overdone probably. Not for us, they're not. They're just right. Now look, Wendy made these while I was out on the bike, look. Yorkshire puddings. Right, let me get this meat cut. Carved even. Oh, look at that. The oven's turned off, the air fryer. That's better. Right, I'll bring you back and I've cut that up. Right, now I've come to cut that lamb. That's not done. Nowhere near enough for us. Some people might like it like that. I mean, it don't look too bad. It's not good enough for us. Nowhere near. So that is going in the air fryer. Right, as you can see, that's just the grill setting. 12 minutes at 230. And the reason I've done that, we've got the Yorkshires and the potatoes in there, so they shouldn't get too hot, because that's like the grill function. And we'll have another look and see what it looks like. I can't say I'm not disappointed, because I am. But I read a few
things online on Google how to cook it to make sure I'm doing it right, and some had it in there for like 12 hours, and I thought 12 hours, but others they said, oh, 2 hours is plenty, and some are saying 4 hours. It just shows you, doesn't it? Till you try it, you don't know. Anyway, let's see how we go now. Right, there's our 2 dinners. That turned into a disaster. It cost 11 pence. Now that is just the time on the pressure cooker. But we want our dinner. Here it is, look. Now, Wendy's got 2 Yorkshire puddings there, but I don't want one. But I've had to cook that meat in the air fryer after. It wasn't cooked enough. I'll have to look at that again. But we're going to get our dinner now. So, right, I've just brought you back because we were very disappointed in that. Now, I cut slices off and did them in the air fryer, and actually they were alright, as you can see. I've cleaned my plate. Now, is it the lamb? Is it the internet? Now, I've had a look and I've seen some that say sous vide for 8 hours, but I've seen others that have said it's done in 2 hours and you can leave it for 6. I've seen others that say it takes 3 hours. Oh, mate, I've not done this before. This is not the way. We've got 2 pieces of lamb and I will not be cooking the other piece of lamb this way. No, because I don't believe what it tells me. But I've got the other in the air fryer now, you can hear it. And when that reaches a good enough temperature, I've been checking it, you can see the gauge at the back. When that reaches a good enough temperature, we'll probably eat that cold tomorrow. But I just thought I'll bring you back and say this because I'm not happy about it. Anyway, look after yourselves. We'll see you soon. Bye.